Hello everyone and welcome to episode 87 of the TEW 2020 New Japan Pro Wrestling series here on the channels. It is the anniversary tour. We're going to see champion versus champion in the main event, of course, of that final show. Heavyweight champion versus junior heavyweight champion. Fumino Arabe looking to take the big task of trying to take out Hayato Tamura. Would be massive. Hey listen, junior heavyweight's done it before. It wouldn't be the first time. And probably won't be the last time either. But yeah, this is a fun little tour. Obviously, it's a celebration of the anniversary of New Japan, obviously, and you get the little champion versus champion matchup. But you also get a couple other, as far as big time matches on the tour as well. We're gonna have a never weight 6-man tag team title matchup in the co-main event. Suzuki-gun gonna take on Peace, Love, and War, as that should be a fun matchup there. As far as that's Claudio, Yay High, and Hook taking on, obviously, Juice and Coughlin Connors. So that should be a pretty solid co-main event. We also, as far as everyone's kind of amping up for the New Japan Cup, so that's going to be exciting to see. As far as, guys are looking to get some momentum going into it, as well as, we'll run down the card since we've already, talked about it a little bit there. So yeah, obviously talked about the main event and co-main event. So that's before then. Zack Sabre Jr. and Volter taking on House of Black, which is going to be Tyler Black and Malachi Black. That's a fun little tag match there, obviously. 4 guys that are looking to, as far as Volter, obviously Intercontinental Champion, so he won't be in the New Japan Cup, but could see a big win there. As far as Tyler Black might beat Volter there to get a future title match. Same thing for Malachi Black. As far as Zach looking to bounce back after losing to Jay White in the singles matchup at the New Beginning show. So, as far as this is big for everybody involved. Designers of Perfection versus Koji Kamai. That will be a 6-man matchup, and I like the 6-man matchup a lot, actually. It's going to be Sonata with the Velocities, taking on Okada and El Hero Del Airbender, and as far as in Francesco Akira as well. So yeah, that's a pretty fun 6-man, and there's some talented fuckers in that 6-man. So that should be fun. Rushmore vs. Task Force Death, we're building up to the Moxley AJ matchup, which will be happening at the New Japan Cup. I figure that'd be a great co-main for that, and instead of it being like the main event of this show or the co-main event of this show. So we're pushing that back a little bit, but that's going to be AJ with obviously the Young Bucks and Roderick Strong against Task Force Death, which is going to be Moxley, going to be Eddie Kingston, going to be Shota Umino, and then the final person will be Pac. So that should be fun to have Pac be involved in that matchup. Then Brody Lee and John Cena of Dark Order taking on Hiroshi Tanahashi and Miyono Fujinami. Little rematch as far as some revenge for Tanahashi after Cena cost him his New Japan Strong Openweight title. We get to see, Brody and Cena team up too, so that should be fun. Yeah, and we get to see, potentially Cena hit his new move, so that should be fun. So, as far as fingers crossed there, he actually hits it. Then Dragon's Den versus Blastoff. Since, we're having a Dragon's Den Blastoff matchup in the main event, figured we should have it on the undercard as well. That will be all of Dragon's Den that's left, obviously. So Kyle O'Reilly, Daniel Garcia, and Show taking on the Blastoff team at Jason Lee, Shun Skywalker, and then Tetsuya Endo, not Konosuke, as Konosuke Takeshita giving him a break for this show. And obviously Ibushi's still injured, so he won't be involved in this as well. But the opener is going to be a Designers of Perfection versus LIJ matchup, 6-man tag, Tai Chi, Izak Collection, NYC, and Burberry Baba taking on Tetsuya Naito, Hiromu Takahashi, and Shingo Takagi. Should be a fun little opener. Obviously everyone in there is pretty talented enough in the technical side of things. Maybe, Izak Collection and Burberry might struggle a little bit compared to the other guys, obviously established New Japan talent and stars, but it's a big opportunity for them. So that's the kind of big key here for this. But yeah, as far as, again, kind of the new faces of New Japan, as far as we have as far as Tamura and Abe, obviously guys are not used to the main eventing this show. Even Suzuki-gun, in the co-main. Obviously Claudio's been in some big time matches so far in his short little run with us, but he's, in the co-main, and Juice has, I think, proved himself as a New Japan talent for sure. And Coughlin Connors are coming a long way. They had their first tag team title matchup, obviously in a losing effort, but still, it's a nice achievement just to even get to that point. So they're looking to make a big splash here and looking to retain those belts as well. But yeah, I mean, we have everything pre-booked as far as from the tour show perspective. It's going to be 3 Road 2 shows and the final show. It's only 4 shows, so pretty small compared to what we usually do. But hey, it's nice. It's a nice little compacted little tour. The big thing is just as far as we're trying to help elevate this newer talent, and that's been the big key for this. But we got some backstage incidents here. Oh, Naito passing on tips to Okuya Miyagi, trying to use psychology there. That's awesome. And then Nagata passing on psychology to the Great Okan. So yeah, we have AJ and Nick Jackson taking on Moxley and Shota Umino. Okada and Yo against the Nana Naiza collection. You got Empire House of Black as well. We got a Dark Order. Tanahashi, Fujinami, Ren Narita 6-man as well. Depending on what's that Dragon's Den Blast-Off matchup, that might be a pretty good matchup to have as well. Yeah, let's see. Because he's not an Empire House of Black match. Depending on what it is, that might be a solid main. That's a pretty solid matchup there. Moriarty's going to be Robbie Eagles, so it's a big win for United Empire. So yeah, Dragon's Den Blast-Off. We'll see what it is. Okay, yeah, so it's Jason Lee and Abe against Tamura and O'Reilly. That could be a co-main. Tamura's going to beat Jason Lee, but 2 teams that should have excellent chemistry. That should go over pretty well. We'll get AJ and Nick Jackson against Moxley and Shota Umino, as Nick's going to beat Shota Umino. Just figured that'd be the better teaming of AJ and Nick Jackson, since Nick's, the best guy of Rushmore. Just would make sense. Dark Order versus Tanahashi, Fujinami, and Ren Narita. Black Taurus is going to beat Ren Narita, steal the show matchup there. Oh, Tanahashi's the agent. Yamasaki is going to get the nod there. And then Technical Masterclass matchup, Okada and Yo against Sonata and Izod Collection NYC. I just feel like this is the best case scenario, as Okada's going to get the win over Izod Collection NYC. Then Gulak is going to take on one of the Young Lions, and Tsuneo Dokidome, as Drew Gulak going to obviously get the win there. One half of the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. It's a big opportunity for Dokidome, but yeah, obviously we want to make sure the venue is set. Yeah, I think we'll be running. Oh yeah, we've kind of ran like everywhere, since obviously we had a pretty long tour with the New Beginning show. Well, let's see if we can run. Yeah, we'll just run the Sendai Sun Plaza. It'll be pretty much a sellout. So that'll be nice. Yeah, it will be nice. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good show to start off the tour. We're building up to some of the final matches. You get to see Cena with the Dark Order, and his first teaming there, so that should be fun to see. That Okada Yost and Izod Collection matchup should be pretty good as well. That might be one of the better things on the card. But Drew Gulak, the other one went to Gulak in 10-20. Not bad at all. 68 for him. Is Yo and Okada beating Izod Collection NYC and Sonata. Relatively close, but yeah, right team gets the win. As Okada with a La Maestro Cradle. I forgot we gave him that as a secondary finish. Yeah, so it's to kind of go through it. I think the plan, the original La Maestro Cradle, was not just the cradle itself, but the big wind-up of like going for the Rainmaker, but then turning it into a La Maestro kind of schoolboy cradle into it. It was going to be very, just kind of like a wacky little like Dragon Gate Toymon, like early 2000s era submission. But yeah, I think, well, not submission, pin attempt. But also they do submissions like that. They're pretty wacky. But yeah, I mean, that's a fun matchup though to see as far as Okada and Sonata. 2 different types of character changes for these two. Obviously, they've had their history, but to have now a fashionista in Sonata and Okada with this newfound piece, he's just completely different characters from that perspective. 68 though for Dark Order versus Tanahashi, Fujinami, and Ren Narita. Black Taurus pinning Ren Narita with the Infernal Suplex. Cena was the worst guy for his team, which is no surprise. Because Brody and Black Taurus pretty solid. Yeah, but obviously Ren Narita much better. Is Cena and Fujinami was off his game, so he would outperform Cena. But yeah, not a bad little 68 segment matchup there. At 77 for AJ and Nick Jackson against Shota Umino and Jon Moxley. Shooter's getting better. It's just a little too late, though, honestly. But yeah, AJ and Nick Jackson, they get the win as Nick's pinning Umino with a 450 splash in 20 minutes. Not a bad little matchup, though. Not bad at all. The color commentary gave that a boost as well. Also, only a excellent chemistry boost for Dragon's Den. I was thinking Blast Off had one too, but the auto driver from me out to more of a Jason Lee just makes sense. Best guy in the match beats the worst guy in the match. Nothing too crazy there, but yeah, Jason Lee off his game. Or not off his game, he just was far below everybody else in the matchup. So the main event's a 79, so yeah, we should have went with Dragon's Den Blast Off as the main, but Lee Moriarty pinning Robbie Eagles there in 1934. Saxon Bertrude with an 82, 81 for Falter, 78 for Tyler Black, and 71 for Lee Moriarty. Shout out Moriarty killing it. But yeah, obviously, that kind of trinity of Falter, Saxon Bertrude, and Tyler Black, figured that was going to be a good enough performance. Surprised Malachi Black did so poorly. He was the worst guy in the match. That is unfortunate. But yeah, not a bad first day. Obviously, we're not trying to shock the world or anything with these tour shows. We're just trying to make sure we build up to the final show, so we make sure nobody's getting overbooked as well. We want to make sure no one's going to get hurt, especially with the New Japan Cup coming up. It's a big opportunity for a lot of guys. Don't want somebody to get hurt going into it. But yeah, that's as far as first day in the books. On to day 2. Alrighty, as far as for day 2, let's see, we got backstage incident as Ishii passing on by from work to Tomoya Tom Ford. As, yeah, I mean, with this main event, so we got a Task Force Death New Japan, or Dark Order matchup, which is interesting. I think that's more of like it's a 6-man tag. I believe that's the Lucha Brothers with Pac against the Order of Destruction and Evil, which is not a bad matchup, but I don't think that should be the main. Might actually be, though, now I'm looking at some of these matches. Yeah, we'll run with that. Not a bad idea, because like everybody in the match is pretty good, except for Evil, who's going to lose to Pac. So that's not bad at all. This Suzuki-gun Peace, Love, and War 8-man's not bad. I know that's it's putting Rex in a pretty big spot, but everybody else in the match is pretty good. Claudia's going to beat Alex Coughlin, though. Oh, then we'll have... I'm trying to think what's going to be the Steelers Show matchup. What's going to be the Technical Masterclass matchup. So this is just a regular 10-minute like undercard matchup. Josh Alexander, Corey Jarvis against Malachi Black and Robbie Eagles. Malachi Black's going to beat Jarvis. This might be the Technical Masterclass matchup. We'll see. Yes, it is. As Dragon's Den, Garcia, and O'Reilly taking on Konosuke, Takeshita, and Tetsuya Endo. Obviously, the Takeshita Endo team's much better there, but I don't think Kyle O'Reilly should take the loss there. That should probably be Dan Garcia. He's the worst guy in the match. So I'm glad I changed that. So this must be the Steelers Show match then. Tai Chi and Burberry Baba against Naito and Hiromu. Obviously, the Naito-Hiromu team have that chemistry boost, so should be a pretty solid match there. Then the opener, Daniel Makabe versus Kenichi Iname, which obviously, Makabe going to be beating the Young Lion there in 10 minutes. Yeah, that's obviously a big-time matchup for Kenichi Iname, wrestling somebody like Daniel Makabe. It's a big chance to improve his skills. As yeah, looks like we're going to Chubu here. So it'd be close to 3K, which I think the yeah, we're gonna either run 2,500, no problem, run that Industrial Hall, or we can just go with 2K. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the 2,500. Just seems to make sense. I mean, this is compared to the first show, this is a little bit more of a downtrend as far as quality goes, but it's nice to give some other guys an opportunity. Well, Makabe broke his heel bone, so that's just fucking great. That's exactly what we needed. Brutal. Oh, we have a grade 2 calf strain from Konosuke Takeshita as well. Just brutal. Injuries galore so far on this second day. So this has just been great. Takeshita, though, at least wins with a javelin kick. Hopefully he'll be ready for the New Japan Cup. Both those guys hopefully will be ready for the New Japan Cup, because that'd be fantastic to have both those guys. Tai Chi and Burberry Baba taking on Hiromu and Naito. So yeah, Hiromu, best guy in the match by far. Gets the one with the time bomb in 10:02. Got the crowd buzzing as well. It's a big match. Big match for Hiromu to showcase that he is still the man, even though he hasn't been in really the main event picture in a hot minute. Malachi Black, Robbie Eagles, beating Josh Alexander and Corey Jarvis. It was relatively close, though. It's crazy how bad Malachi Black is compared to what I expected him to be. I figured he'd be like a step below Tyler Black, and he'd be like a step above Robbie Eagles and Al Kui, so he'd kind of be like in the 70s range, but he's just not. That is just not where he is at. A decent little matchup, though, nonetheless. Suzuki-gun, Peace, Love, and War, 8-man tag. Claudio beating Coughlin with a neutralizer. Claudio, best guy in the match, so that's a nice showcase for him. Oh, yeah, and Tozawa's not a bad little 6-man team. Obviously, we probably should have had Hook in there instead of Rex Steiner, but it is what it is. I'm still trying with Rex Steiner. It pains me that he's so bad in this. 84, though, for the main event. I'm glad this was the main. Death Triangle beating Dark Order. Shooting Star leg drop from Pac over Evil. 20 minutes, yeah, Evil, even though he was the worst guy in the match, 65 is not that bad. Will Hobbs and Calvin Tankman, 71-75, so, I mean, not too terrible there. But yeah, obviously Pac, the man in that matchup, doing the heavy lifting of it. But yeah, that actually went pretty well because of the great main event. So if we would have bumped that up too as a co-main, we would have had a really good show. We would have had like a plus 82 show. That would have been pretty nice to see. But yeah, now on to the final tour show. Just like that. As far as we've made it to the end. Hopefully, nobody else gets fucking injured. Because that would be just great if we could avoid injuries. But the way this is going, it looks like that is not the case. Yep, looks like both Konosuke and Makabe are going to be out for the New Japan Cup. Just fucking great. They're just going to miss out on it. Bull Nakano entertaining the locker room by organizing a poker tournament, though. See what Milano's doing. He's in fine form before the show, keeping everyone in a great mood with his hilarious road stories. Way to go. And your Kojima passing on microphone work to our heavyweight champion in Hayato tomorrow. So the main event, we're going to go with a Dragon's Den. Well, this was going to be Takeshita. Now we can't have it be Takeshita since he's out. So, that's just fucking great. We'll have it be Tetsuya Endo now. How fun. Nonetheless, though, this is to give Fuminara Abe a win. We'll have him be Kyle. I like that. Oh, I like that, because I want to say we might have done that, actually, during this, like, 6-man matchup at the New Beginning Tour. If I remember correctly there. Yeah, we did it at the Osaka show. That's what I thought. So we'll go ahead and, yeah, we'll have it be at least Endo still beating Kyle O'Reilly, but not going to be that big of a matchup compared to what it was supposed to be with Takeshita, but it is what it is. Injuries killing us, breaking our fucking balls. As United Empire, House of Black, 6-man matchup, Volter, Moriarty, Gulak against Malachi Black. Oh, this is a technical masterclass match, so never mind. But yeah, Volter's going to beat El Kukui after the, well, go ahead and add the Young Lion matchup since we know that's going to be after the technical masterclass matchup. Eddie Kingston's going to be beating Jonathan Peck. Alright, perfect. So yeah, we have that lined up. Rushmore, Task Force Death. That must be the 6-man co-main event. Yep. As the champs of the U.S. champion, the tag champs of Ray Phoenix, Pentagon Jr., and John Moxley against Roderick Strong, Nick Jackson, and AJ Styles. Yeah, just slowly phasing out Matt Jackson out of these matches. But Ray Phoenix is going to beat Roddy. That should probably be the main event, if we're being honest. We'll just go ahead and do that. Yeah, and then Reynolds and Silver against Fujinami and Narita. This is an undercard matchup, steal the show matchup. Reynolds and Silver are going to get to, they're going to lose here to Fujinami and Narita. And so, yeah, but we need some wins for Fujinami specifically, so they will be the sacrificial lamb for this one. And Okada and Goto against Sonata and Tomoya Tom Ford. As this is an undercard matchup, 10-minute matchup, just because I know Goto cannot work that long style anymore. Just for anything past 10 minutes, he's basically dead. But Tomoya Tom Ford's going to beat him in 10 minutes. So, yeah, we'll probably have it go after the Technical Masterclass matchup. Yeah, I think that will do it there. So, because we'll probably be running... Yeah, we'll probably run either the Tokyo Dome or we'll run somewhere kind of smaller than that. But yeah, we'll run the Amino Value Hall. That'd be a sellout, so that's nice. Gonna have a sellout there finally. But yeah, this should be hopefully a pretty good show. I'm just hoping nobody else gets fucking hurt. Eddie Kingston with the Blackout Lariat at 9:45. Nice win in the opener, 75 for Gulak, Moriarty, and Volter, beating the House of Black team. Nice win. Yeah, get Malachi Black worst guy in the match. Brutal. Nice to see Kukui though. Fucking Yota Tsuji being outperforming Malachi Black. So that's not bad. Not bad at all. 69 for Goto and Okada against Tomoya, Tom Ford, and Sonata. Yeah, Tomoya Tom Ford gets the win with the Brainbuster. 10:27. And better team wins there. Obviously. 63 for Reynolds and Silver against Fujinami and Ren Narita. It's Fujinami pinning Reynolds with the double underhook suplex. Yeah, I mean, Fujinami, he's definitely fallen apart a little bit as of late. He was doing really well, but I think that one run in the G1 where he just basically lost in all of his block matches kind of fucked his momentum up, and we couldn't really get it back. We're going to try, though. We're going to try to get it back. And then Tamura and Kalarari losing to Indo and Abe. Wrong team wins. Indo, worst guy in the match, gets the win there. Yeah, it's brutal. Yeah, that was probably the wrong decision there. Sucks that we couldn't escape, but injuries, throwing that out the window. And 81 again for the main event, so that actually went pretty well. As, yeah, I mean, Nick Jackson was almost the best guy in the match. Ray Phoenix, though, was the best guy. It's crazy. John Moxley did better than Pentagon. Or, yeah, I mean, Pentagon Jr. did better than John Moxley. And it's fine. That's weird. It's weird to see Moxley and AJ being like the worst of the matches. Of Roddy as well, but just kind of shows you the state of the roster in 2025. We're all over the place. But yeah, I mean, as far as from an undercard perspective, not the greatest. Had a couple of duds, but we'll take it. I'm just glad nobody got fucking hurt. But yeah, on to now the final show. We'll get to see heavyweight champion versus junior heavyweight champion. We'll get to see if we're going to have new never-weight six-man tag team champions as well. So, should hopefully, you know, as far as the buffering point between this and the cup. So, you just hope nobody gets injured. Oh, but I mean, I'm thinking the main event's going to hopefully at least be high 80s. That's the plan. If it does more than that, what a fucking get. But I just don't think it's going to be low end. It'll probably be around 81, 82. High end, it'll be around 86, 88. So that's what we're hoping for at least. Alrighty, the 53rd anniversary show is here, yeah. So we should be able to run the Tokyo Dome. Should be. We'll see. As Corey Ostlund he created a fun, relaxed atmosphere backstage when he found a Discoder karaoke machine and started an impromptu pre-show competition. His melodies of power ballads apparently stole the show. Way to go. As Ishii Pentagon tips Mike footwork to Tomoya, Tom Ford. Yeah, so it's crazy to think. Last year we had the heavyweight title matchup. Yeah, we had a pretty stacked show compared to this year. Very, very stacked. Even the Claudio Shibata match is nuts. Yeah, wild. Yeah, we put a lot of effort into that show last year. This year we are putting in some effort. I wouldn't say maybe the effort of that, but I think it's just focusing on a lot of the newer acts is kind of the big thing here. Theodore is very excited for the show. So Abe and Hayato Tamura. Main event. Tamura's going to get the win in 28 minutes. Hopefully it's a banger. Hopefully. Yeah, we'll see there. But post-show, so this was actually going to be Konosuke and Tamura. Takeshita was going to talk about winning the New Japan Cup and saying he's going to, as far as you beat Abe tonight, but I'm going to beat you for when it really matters for the heavyweight title. But now, it's going to be the returning Ibushi, who has the sling, comes out, but then rips it off and gets in Tamura's face, and they have a bit of a close exchange of words there, close, as far as face-to-face like that. But hopefully, as far as everything goes well there with that angle, as I want to make sure that's on the post-show. As Theodore just turned on the television, so that's just great. So you'll probably be hearing the background of that. Let's see. There's the remote. this is what a menace to society that he is. There we go. We're gonna keep that in just for the sake of entertainment purposes. 'Cause what a lunatic. Absolute lunatic. All right, so yeah, co-main event, the 6-man, everyone played 6-man tag team title matchup. Suzuki-gun, Peace, Love, and War. Juice is gonna beat Hook though. Tough break for Hook, but I feel like he's gonna be the worst of the bunch there. But yeah, I mean, they're gonna keep the reign going. I feel like Peace, Love, and War, they're just kind of cooking up. No need to take the belts off him next. It will be Zack Sabre Jr. and Walter. It's Tyler Black and Malachi Black. As Zack's gonna be Malachi Black. Just feel like that's the right call. Give Zack a win back and give him a little momentum going into the New Japan Cup show. As yeah, then the Koji Kamai Designers of Perfection matchup. Hopefully Sonata gets the win here, because I did change. SSV Cloud had a great suggestion of, instead of calling it the Paradise Lock into the punt kick, just call it the Paradise Punt. So hopefully we get to see that here. But yeah, Sonata, Francesco, Akira getting the win. Yeah, then it's Rushmore, Task Force Death. Yep, that is the next matchup. So as far as we know, that Moxley and AJ having the U.S. title matchup. AJ is going to beat Shota Umino, so AJ's not going to be in the cup, which is probably for the best, honestly. He's not at the level that used to be, but still, I mean, should be a good match between him and Moxley. But AJ's going to beat Shooter. You go after Shooter, you go after Moxley's heart. Then Brody and Cena taking on Tanahashi and Fujinami. And Cena's going to beat Fujinami. I love how I was just like, yeah, we're going to try to help elevate Leona Fujinami. Now he's going to lose to John Cena. Just great. Dragon's Den versus Blast Off the 6-man. It's Garcia, O'Reilly, and Show against Tetsuya Endo, Shun Skywalker, and Jason Lee, as Endo's going to be beating Show. It's crazy how out of Blast Off, so there's only 4 members that are healthy right now, because Takuma Nomura's hurt, Bushi's hurt, and now Takeshita's hurt. So, pretty banged up group, but Endo's going to beat Show in 12 minutes. And Designers of Perfection versus Los Ingobernables de Japón. Shingo's going to beat Burberry Baba. I just feel like LIJ could use a win and get some revenge after Sonata had joined up with the Designers of Perfection. But yeah, that's going to be the show. Oh wow, yeah, they'll definitely be running the Tokyo Dome. Not even close. Yeah, that's nice. Nice to see. So yeah, hopefully the main event delivers. It's all you can ask for, really, in this type of setting. 75, though, for the opener is not bad. That's not a bad opener at all, especially for what we kind of asked of it. But, yeah, I mean, Naito, Hiromu, Shingo performing pretty well. Obviously, Hiromu and Shingo being the heavy lifters of the match, but Shingo with the Last of the Dragon over Burberry Baba. You know, 1940. Again, we're just trying to help elevate the roster here, trying to help elevate Designers of Perfection, giving them a big opportunity. Burberry Baba's doing pretty well, but yeah, I saw Collection NYC still struggling. 76, though, for the... Oh, yeah, that's why I don't know why Show has changed his gimmick to a face character. It's kind of weird, but I don't remember doing that. So that's kind of odd. But yeah, Show, O'Reilly, Garcia losing to Blast Off as Endo pinning Show with the Moonsault Press. Yeah, Show the worst guy in the match, so it makes sense that he were to lose there. 81 for Brody Lee and John Cena. Of course he wins the STF and not the fucking, the Peacemaker as, god damn it. Oh, no, I think it wasn't called the Peacemaker, it was called, shit. Oh, the Prototype of Peace, that's what it was. That's, yeah, the prototype, for Peace. It's just the attitude adjustment, but, you know, give it a cool name. Or a different name, rather, maybe not a cool name, but, as far as for Cena, it's nice to see him get a win here, obviously. He's, you know, big hot commodity, getting him to come to New Japan to be a part of the Dark Order. It lets him show off a different side of him, which is nice, but, you know, it's been a unique run, to say the least, because I really didn't envision him using him more than just the Tanahashi run. But we might use him a little bit more than that now, so that's going to be nice. Nice to see. An 81, though, is not bad. 83 for the 8-man Rushmore versus Task Force Death. AJ pinning Shota Umino Springboard 450. Umino with a 51. Pac with a 92, Moxley with a 75, AJ with a 74. So AJ's a little bit better there than what he usually performs. Yeah, obviously Pac and Nick Jackson doing the heavy lifting of that matchup. 84 for Designers of Perfection against Koji Kamai. What a six man. I figured it was going to deliver, and it absolutely did. Dead even. Could have went either way. But we went with Designers of Perfection, a Sonata pinning Francesco Kira with the Paradise Punt. Good stuff. Good stuff there. Nice little match. Nice match there. 92, though, for Zack Sabre Jr. and Volter against Malachi Black and Tyler Black. Everybody in this match was fantastic, but Malachi Black. And of course, he loses there, since he was the worst guy in the match. But yeah, it's a great little tag match. Nice little 92. It's a tough match to follow if you're the Never Openweight six-man. Yep, and to 79 there. So I'm assuming the injury fucked that up, but also Hook with the 55 is not great. Juice and Claudio did well, but everybody else was... I mean Clark Carnes was 70, it's not bad. Coughlin was off his game, but yeah, the right team wins, for sure, but just brutal. Brutal. Having an injury there for Fred Yai in that matchup, especially the co-main event. Hopefully nobody gets hurt in the main, so we have a good match. Oh, there we go, an 88. Perfect. That's exactly what we were hoping for. It was tomorrow with the Hayato driver in 27:43 beating Abe. Not bad. Not bad at all. Obviously, a bit of a step down compared to last year, but we're helping push a new star in Hayato Tamura. He's getting a, as far as you got to see his full run here in the series, from Young Lion to Heavyweight Champion. And I think it's gone better than I expected, to be honest. It was a little rocky there in the beginning, but now he's catching his stride, and I think it's going to help him out a lot to be able to work strong tapings here while the New Japan Cup's going on. So that should be nice to see. But yeah, obviously, Tamura, Zack Sabre Jr., and Tyler Black highlights those guys for sure. Sorry, Volter, but you were, elevated last time, in the last post-show. You're the man, so, as far as passing it around to somebody else. But yeah, it's nice to see Tamura perform at a pretty high level. Maybe not the standard of some of the other IWGP Heavyweight Champions we've had, but it's been a working process, and it's an interesting kind of scenario where now the roster's gotten so old, where we're pushing new stars. You never really get to see that with our series, because obviously with like the All Japan one, going from 92 to 2000, sure, you might seem like 8 years might be a lot, but most of the four pillars, they were in their late 20s when we started, and they're probably going to be in their late 30s, by the time we ended, or, late 20s, early 30s, they'll be in their late 30s, early 40s, when the series ends. So it's not that crazy of an ordeal. Now, Tanahashi's 47, Naito is in his early 40s, his knees are shot. Cena's now been brought in, as far as AJ's an old man now, basically. A lot of the guys we've brought in, they're getting older. But we still have a lot of great young talent. Tyler Black is still in his prime of his career. He's killing it. Zack Sabre Jr. is still killing it. Volter's been killing it. Claudio is still killing it. So, there's been guys that we brought in that are still doing great. There's just some that need to be phased out. It just kind of is what it is. But yeah, not a bad tour. Not a bad tour at all. We'll take the 88, and what's this now? How many shows we've probably ran? We're probably close to... Oh my god, we're close to 1,000. We're 60 away from 1,000. That is crazy. Don't think I've ever had a series go into the thousands on shows ran. That just shows you how many shows we've ran, because we're not even at 700, or we're not even at 800 in the All Japan series, but for the New Japan series, we are fucking up there. For sure. Oh my god. A lot of shows. A lot of shows. But yeah, we will be at the New Japan Cup for the next episode. Get to see who's going to take on Tamura at Sakura Genesis. That should be huge. And hopefully some big-time matches throughout the tournament. I think it's going to be a great tournament. I really do, even though we're not going to be as star-studded as I hoped we were going to be now that Takeshita's out and Makabe's out. But we will recover. That just means another opportunity for somebody else. So yeah, hoping for the best there. And we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.